Scouting Report TSR show. We back at it like a
crack addict, baby.
hey. So we doing this whole little Zoom because we can't meet up. Certain people are on the COVID list. You know what I'm saying? On the injury reserve. So thanks for rocking with us. Hector, you got anything to say?
No, you hit it on the nail. Uh, we have to resort to doing this, on the Zoom, but I think it helps us out. You know what I mean? Like getting used to different ways of bringing you guys a show, and that's what you got to do when you're doing a show. You don't always have the two people on first take on the same set, so this is what we had to resort to for now, with all the restrictions and shutdowns. So but we can't leave y'all hanging, so hopefully we get better at this production side too.
Yeah, I'm
So
over
it's a
here
learning curve, man.
brothers. Anthony, Anthony don't want to come out. I guess you two made fun of him too many times. So
No, not even that. I just look like a scrub right now. My hair is longer than hell. I've been working a lot, but no, I just hope we could get this all down and get it going the way we want to. And I just can't wait to be back in person, man. I just like doing it in person.
yeah, that probably won't happen until next year.
Yeah,
for real.
Yeah. I like doing it in person because you can feed off each other and stuff like that. So, but other than that, I'm glad to bring it to you guys. I'm glad we have this show, and let's get it kicked off. Let's go from there, man.
Let's get it rocking like a cutoff stocking. Off the top. I'll start off with off the top. Or you want to start off?
No, you start. I want to hear yours.
Okay, so my off the top is my off the top is I've had many conversations with police in my lifetime, especially recently. Not recently as in this past week, but recently as in this year. I was talking to a former cop that used to patrol the city of Chicago. And he was, I was talking to him like, yo, you know what I hate about cops, certain cops, is the cops that are out to get you just so they could get a ticket. And I'm talking about the cops that are just posted waiting to pull you over for going 5 miles an hour over, 10 miles per hour over. And it's like, bro, like, go do some real cop work. And this cop was telling me, yeah, I agree with you. I'm a real cop. I do real work. He wasn't really throwing shade towards them, but he kind of was. And and that's why I got a thing against cops that are they're literally out to get you. You know what I'm saying? Like shout out to all the cops out there that are doing real work in these third world cities. Back in Oakland, we don't really see cops doing stuff like that. They
right.
got something to do. You know what I'm saying? They're not gonna pull you over for a speeding ticket. You know what I'm saying? They ain't gonna do nothing like that.
Going real crazy, like unless you hit people, running over people.
But I just want to keep it short and sweet. Shout out to the real cops out there doing real work, and I ain't really rocking with the ones that are
trying to meet that
out
quota
to get you. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Hey, can I throw in something real quick?
Yeah, go ahead. We can't see you, but go ahead, throw some in.
Hey, and some blackface.
Yeah.
Know what's crazy about all this? My older brother just retired for being a sheriff. And I was going to throw a shout out, but now I just want to shout out my older brother. I can't say his name or anything like that, but 22 years, I believe it was,
Damn.
being an officer and a detective also. And I gotta give him a lot of props, bro, because he started it when he was 18 and he did pretty good, bro. He's a good guy, and I don't know. I heard that he was an asshole. Like the way my friends would say, "Hey, your brother's an asshole. Your brother's this, but hey, that's my brother, bro. That's not me." And
You say he started when you were 18?
He started when he was 18.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say,
So
damn,
he
you
went
that
into
old?
dispatch. So that's how he got in, and then he became a cop because he really wanted to become a cop. But I just wanted Richard the best, and congratulations, man. That's a hell of a retirement at a very young age, and he's. I gotta say, like, no matter what differences we might have had in our whole lives, whatever we did, but he's pretty damn. That's legit. You know what I mean? To retire at that young of an age.
Yeah. So shout out to Aaron's big brother, and shout out to Aaron's other brother, Aaron.
Yeah. So that's Aaron, bigger brother, and that's Anthony's big brother. So it's our older brother.
Yeah.
But
Someone
shout
who
out
knows
to
how to
him
manage
and
it. Someone who really knows how to manage a store. You know what I'm saying? I had a little incident happen to me weeks back.
no, it's that motherfucker just got so pussy whipped that he fucking had to become a cop. I think.
Oh, you talking about the cop? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I don't know any of them. So, but that is a huge feat, and I think that's like what we all want to do is retire early at a young age and put in that work. But it wasn't. I guarantee it probably wasn't easy at times. I heard dispatcher is like probably one of the most stressful jobs out there, bro.
Yeah. Well, not where like we're from. You know what I mean? It's not like
Yeah,
it's not too bad, but it's stressful to the point where you have to be on your P's and Q's and shit like that.
yeah.
Yeah. All right. Heck, you got anything, blood?
Yeah,
I
what you got,
had
bud?
off the top was like the big story. I'm sure both of y'all have seen it, and a lot of people have seen. Fix my camera over here. Was that Texas high school player that assaulted the ref, giving him a concussion, and so. Backstory behind that, you know, Smurf and I were kind of like looking behind the scenes, trying to find why he kind of lost his cool. Guess it was a rough in the passer penalty, and he kind of the cameraman sucked. That's where you need TSR media to start shooting those games. You know what I'm saying? But then he ends up roughing the passer, getting an unsportsmanlike conduct, and gets ejected from the game. And as the ref ejects him, that dude runs back out, hits the ref. I didn't know he ended up giving the ref a concussion, but he was an older dude or whatnot. And now this fool, they took it so far where they actually arrested him, and he had a $10,000 bond, bro. So, I mean, in my thoughts, the number one thing, the first thing I thought of was like, you know how many of those teammates – because they ended up getting ejected from the playoffs. So that means that team was already going to the playoffs if you got ejected to not go, right? How many of his teammates were like looking for a scholarship deal and now they don't get to play playoffs, especially the seniors on that team? You think they'd be pissed off? I'd be pissed off if I was a teammate, bro. I'd be mad like, are you serious, dude? You can't control your shit? Like we'll all get fucking fined for it, basically.
Yeah, so my thing about that is the dude was probably running on fumes. He got caught with like a personal foul on the quarterback. We tried to look it up, but we still couldn't see the actual personal foul. I think it's funny, but I think it's kind of soft on his part for trying to take it out on like an older dude. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He should have took it out on like someone his own size, but you know, I think it's pretty funny. And now he's locked up, and
They won't let him out. They
yeah.
won't
So I bet you he learned his lesson, and I bet you his football career is probably over.
See, and that's the thing that also too, you know, especially in football, that's one thing you try to develop as a player is channeling your emotions towards something like onto the field. So yeah, even though he got ejected or whatnot, like you don't want to cost your teammates a game or the playoffs at, you know, as we learned after the fact. But, you know, I really feel for those that maybe were relying on even a half, like some type of half scholarship or just a player scholarship, even to like a D2.
But what makes you think that's going to get taken away, though?
Because maybe that, like how those players are set up, maybe they're going up against another player in that position for that spot, and now they get to see a bigger, a broader play.
So 4 years of high school, 4 years of high school doesn't equal enough amount of film. Then when they're going to go to the playoffs and they're going to play them again, so they already have the film. Now they got to play them again, essentially, right?
What do you mean?
So, so we're going into playoff time in like high school football and stuff like that, right?
Right.
So how does this affect the kids when they already have film on them from years before and they've already almost played the whole season? There ain't no new film to get. It's just a rerun of what they've seen before.
I guess, yeah, you make a point there, but still.
Playoffs are like higher stakes to me though, too.
Yeah. But to a fucking college recruit, like, is that going to
it only affects the seniors.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I said the seniors.
Yeah.
If anything, they lose out on their senior season there, but you know.
Exactly.
But anyways,
that's what I was going to say. That's what I was pointing at. They lose out on their senior season, the ability to win some shit like a state champion, stuff like that. But do I have a problem with that? No, I don't. I think hitting them was very out of line, but to bring charges on them, no, that shouldn't be. That's a sports game, bro. Then we need to start charging professional athletes for taking illegal hits on people.
But he hit a referee, though.
It's not like
Who cares? It's a game. You play that bargain, bro.
The referee isn't part of the game.
Yeah, but we don't know what beef they had before. This guy called it out. We don't know all this shit.
Before the game, like, yo, 88, you better watch yourself, homie.
No! What else?
Right after this game,
this guy call flags on him all the time.
You thinking this dude asked his mama out on a date or something like that?
You're talking about Texas, bro.
Taking it like
This is Texas where these fuckers take this shit seriously. So for all we know, this guy used to be a friend of this guy's dad, and now he doesn't like the kid. I don't know. I don't know how that deep that goes.
I think that's reading way too much into it, to be honest.
Well, it's Texas. Texas football is legitimately fucking competitive.
Hey, I get that, but like I don't see where the ref signed.
I just don't see it. I don't see a problem with it. I don't see a problem with that at all.
Okay, well, let's move it on to actual real football, where this has never happened. At least I don't think.
Well, what?
Like I don't think it's really, maybe in the earlier days, in the earlier years of football, it's probably happened, but I don't think I've ever recalled the game where a professional football player would attack a ref for being ejected or whatnot.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen it. But anyways, what you got on the slate of games today?
Well, I know you wanted to talk about what you like to call it is the Overrated Bowl with the Titans and the Browns.
The Overrated Bowl.
Let's just start it off. I mean, it was the morning game. Overrated Bowl, the Browns against the Titans. And the Browns really got the best of the Titans in that game. You just saw in the first half, the Titans had no pass rush whatsoever. As far as the offensive side, from what I saw on the Browns, is when they can stick to the game plan, they're Baker Mayfield might have had a good game with 334 yards and 4 touchdowns, but the system that they have in there with the run first options and how many RPOs and pass plays it really opens up. It makes things very, very easy, and for Baker to have success, I think it's a very successful system if it's, down, you cross the T's and you dot the I's on that offensive side. The Titans just got really lit up in that first half and just couldn't bounce back. I honestly thought they were going to come back in the third, make it a close game, but it just seemed like they couldn't get out of themselves. They had 3 turnovers, I believe it was, and that was kind of the big factor there. The Browns really took advantage of those and turned them into tugs instead of just 3 points or punting it back away. I mean, they really took advantage of those turnovers.
So the Titans, they're going to come out this game and probably say, hey, but we only lost by 6 points. It wasn't really that close. Mm-hmm. It wasn't that close at all. They made a little run here and there, but it wasn't that close. I call this the overrated bowl because I still think, I thought Tennessee is overrated, and I think Cleveland is overrated too. But I do think, quarterback aside, I think Cleveland, I think they have the better team, quarterback aside. And they have the better running back in Tennessee, but they have the better running back tandem
in Cleveland.
In Cleveland.
Mm-hmm.
They shut down Derrick Henry, but it was by game script. They got down too big to the point where
there was no point to run the ball.
You guys keep calling him. You guys keep. What's that?
He had to pass. They had to pass.
Yeah. You guys keep calling Derrick Henry the best running back in the game. Well, if you're a pass-catching running back, you'll be able to you'll be used more and featured more. He doesn't catch passes. He had 1 reception today. Shit. That's what separates a good running back to me. Someone that could run the ball, pass protect, and catch the ball. That's a complete back in my eyes. And there's not that many. In this league, but it's the overrated bowl. Shout out to Baker Mayfield. He's keeping me quiet today. But
we have.
I got the notification. I got the notification.
All right, I'm gonna upgrade it. Fuck, I gotta buy it.
So my opinion on this game.
Yeah, what
guys,
is
I
it?
know what you guys are talking about, you dumbass. So, 2 shitty quarterbacks going against each other. One got the upper hand. I figured that's what it was. Kind of exposed both of them and made them both look good at the same time. With the way the Titans were able to come back, and then the way that the Browns were able to get that score up so fast. So.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I know we got some Titan fans that listens to us. They called out Hector on the last podcast.
Oh yeah, they were giving me heat.
Talking about Ryan
go fuck
Tannehill.
themselves. I'm just joking.
No. If Anthony feels that way, I mean, hey, that's what it is.
I don't co-sign what he's saying.
No. I'm just saying, like, if I'm a listener, I could roast back Anthony and be like, "Why aren't you letting your face be shown? You just talking behind the camera." You know what I'm saying?
When you're 260 pounds, you could let your face be shown whenever you want to. I don't want to be shown.
No, but Ryan Tannehill has the most quarterback comebacks in the league.
Yeah, he came back really miraculously today, right?
Yeah.
And I think that was the question I had, in this game. Honestly, this was the type of game where you you really relied on Tannehill to bring you back. He was getting pressured early, but I just don't see like no pre-snap like audibles or changes. And what I was noticing with Tennessee is like even though they were down early on, they were like looking for the home run ball. Like every play, trying to like get the ball way down the field, as opposed to moving up to like a high tempo. What Tannehill likes is just short intermediate throws to kind of take what the defense gives you and then just cash it in, because they could have been doing that from the second quarter, taking the ball away from the Browns because they were running all over you. They were doing whatever the Browns wanted to. They could have done and did whatever they wanted to do with the Titans, whether that was running the ball, play action pass, passing the ball. They had opened up every lane of that. Yeah. And it seemed like the Titans were wanting them to like beat them because they're just going for the home run ball. You have third and longs every time. That's not going to – the percentages don't work in your favor.
Right.
Yeah.
So
Ryan Tannehill is like a second date kind of guy. He can never hit the pussy at the first home run shot. Like, he's not going to get a one-night stand, but he's going to get it after a couple nights of dating a bitch. That's what I look at him like as a quarterback. Like, he's never gonna get that home run. I fucking hit it in one night. It's always the short game. The short game is his playing field, and that's where he plays best. That's why Derrick Henry's really good for him, because they play the short game together, grind out the field, and they go from there.
All right, so enough about that game. You guys want to talk about Carson Wentz getting benched today?
Of course.
All right.
What kind of Cowboy would I be?
Hit me with it.
Well, I mean, you saw Wentz. He had a horrible first half. I don't even think he threw for 50 yards in the whole first half. So one thing I wanted to say, though, was I was watching that game, and before halftime, there was about 22 seconds left. What I noticed about Wentz, especially today, now that we got to see Jalen Hurts, which I'll get into in a minute, but I saw that he just seems to have the want to, like, hit the home run and won't give them what the defense gives you. And let me give you an example. There was a play with 22 seconds left going in the second quarter, and Wentz ends up taking a sack. But what happens is he had the slant route wide open. He's looking at him, and he tucks the ball and like moves on. And this dude could have at 4 yards, whatever. The play was there to be made, and he ends up tucking the ball and trying to look somewhere else to go deeper down. And I get it if you had no timeouts left. At that point, they had 2 timeouts left. Went up getting a sack. Also, just his ability to read defenses, I don't think is up to par yet. It just seems like he never does the right pre-snap audibles, or he'll see one player open, but then he turns away and tries to, like I said, go for the home run ball. So his lack of pocket awareness and his inability to get the ball out quick is the reason he got benched today, obviously. And them going down by that much, obviously Doug Peterson was just looking for a spark. And Jalen Hurts, I think, provided that spark. And I think he needs to be starting moving forward for the rest of the season at this point.
Okay, so if you take a look at your keyboard and you look at the letter K, what's the letter right next to it?
The J or the L?
The L. Today is the national, I declare, what's today? December what?
6th.
December 6th. It's National Dak Prescott is better than Carson Wentz Day.
Let's go.
We finally, has no excuses. Carson Wentz has no excuses. We could put it all to rest. Carson Wentz is. It's like he doesn't have it up here. At this
Thank you.
point, I don't know what it is, but also the Eagles don't run the ball. They don't run the ball enough for him. His receivers aren't getting any separation. But still, man, it's just I know Anthony loves himself some Carson Wentz. So I wanna
It's
know
not
what he
even that
has
I
to say.
love him. All I gotta say is to the Super Bowl winning and the Eagles, I gotta say thank you for winning that Super Bowl. You guys are great. Something that the NFC East has not done in a long time. But that team is hurting for another star. They need some wide receivers. They need some linemen. They need to rebuild that team a lot better than what they have.
Well, when
He's
we
not,
say they need some wide receivers, they actually drafted one in the first round. I just think they didn't draft the right guy. They
Exactly.
drafted
That's what
Jalen
I'm saying.
Rager. They could have had Justin Jefferson. They could have had a Chase Claypool, but I don't know.
Well, that's what I'm saying. You guys are chopping this up to he's bad. No. That's what happens when you win a Super Bowl. Hector doesn't know this because they haven't won one in a long time. And we
I
don't
don't
know
think
this because they haven't won one in a long time.
I don't think
So,
Wentz is the reason they won that Super Bowl. But go
no,
ahead.
but that's
Well,
what happens. You pay your quarterback big money. People come apart and try to pick your team apart. This guy was good for this guy was good for that. And now, can you name can you name even any good other person on that team other than freaking Carson Wentz?
what
On
you said
offense or
good.
defense?
Any of them. Give me three on each side.
They got Zach Ertz. They got
Dallas
Miles
Goddard's not bad.
Sanders. Dallas
I don't
Goddard.
want to hear
Miles,
not bad. I want to hear good.
Well, Wentz
uh,
isn't good either, so that
Miles
defeats
Well,
the
how is
Sanders.
he
argument.
good if he doesn't have nobody? Come on. Let's list off Dak Prescott. Ezekiel Elliott, he has the best line. And we got fucking Gallup. We got fucking all this shit. Oh, his defense. Oh, $100 million contracts. Where have the Philadelphia Eagles actually even invested in this team?
I'm waiting for you.
Oh, I thought you were gonna
That's what I'm
go.
saying.
I
Nobody's saying nothing.
think it's just funny because he said the same thing 2 weeks ago. I'm like, we
No,
already had
I
this talk.
said this.
You asked that
I
same
said this.
question. You asked that same
No,
question. Can you name anybody? And that's what I fucked up. And I said Nelson Aguilar.
but that's what I'm saying. The Eagles are coming off, and this is where Dallas doesn't want to pay Dak because they've built the team around him. Now he wants to juice the team and get paid a lot of money, and now they got to let a lot of assets go.
Okay,
Carson
but
Wentz is a part of that point, like Joe Flacco was.
He
Joe
sounds like
Flacco
he
took.
sounds like Romo right now.
okay,
Like
but here's my
no
thing.
blame,
Here's my
no
thing.
blame to Wentz.
Here's my thing, Anthony. I agree to a certain extent. You don't pay, or I should say, don't overpay for a certain player. If it's a right tackle, if it's a receiver, if it's a defensive player, like, okay, boom, you could get someone else down the road. But your quarterback, if they don't pay Dak Prescott, what are they going to do then? Who do they use to replace Dak Prescott?
They're
And
going to go
remain
draft another one and find another quarterback. They have a good offensive line. They have a good running back. They don't need a great quarterback anymore.
But by the time that this dude's ready,
You have no more line. You have no more left tackle.
That's what happens. That's what happens. Why do you think Russell Wilson only has one Super Bowl? Possibly two. Because they did the same thing. The minute he came out of his rookie deal, they had to pay him. Now the team goes to shit. That's exactly what happens now. Why do you think freaking what's it called? The Patriots are so successful? Because Brady took pay cuts. He wanted a good team. And get me my fucking team and we'll win a Super Bowl.
But there's only one Brady. There's only, you know what I'm saying?
But everybody could be like that. But now you get these greedy fucking agents and you get these greedy fucking people that are paying. What's that guy, Rex Grossman, that plays for Miami? I'm sorry, what's his name? Kirk Cousins? Oh, I'm sorry. And he plays for Minnesota, and he fucking sucks. He's making $500 million, and that team fucking blows.
Okay, what quarterbacks in the league? What quarterbacks in the league would you pay?
I don't care. Find somebody that will get the job done, and they manage the ball. You don't need star quarterbacks anymore. You need ball managers. That's what I'm going
Game managers.
Ball managers. Game managers. Let's look at it this way. Defenses, can you name a fucking all-star fucking Ravens quarterback?
Wait, say that again?
Name an all-star Ravens quarterback.
Quarterback?
No, because it's fucking Ray Lewis. That defense carried them through fucking years of being good.
But that's a dime a dozen. If you
it's not. And let's name the Seattle Seahawks when they went to the Super Bowl. Can you name their quarterback?
Matt Hasselbeck and Russell Wilson?
No. I'm talking before that.
Matt Hasselbeck.
When they played the Steelers. Matt Hasselbeck, right?
Matt Hasselbeck. Did they win?
Who was the fuck? That defense was a fucking killer.
Did they win?
No. But I'm saying that's how they fucking got there. But the Ravens have 2 fucking Super Bowls and have a defense. That's what I'm saying. You don't need a great quarterback to win. Nobody does. There's been teams that have shitty-ass quarterbacks that have won Super Bowls, and you don't need that to win.
Yes, there's been teams that have mediocre.
Joe Flacco great? Was Joe Flacco great?
There's been teams that had mediocre quarterbacks.
Was Joe Flacco great? Answer the question. Was Joe Flacco great?
No, he's not.
Exactly. There it is. There it is.
Okay, but you're putting like one Super Bowl up against like 50.
I got the form.
Okay, take the fucking forum.
Okay, there's been teams that have won the Super Bowl that have mediocre quarterbacks, but it's a dime a dozen. Usually the team. I got the form. But usually a team that wins the Super Bowl has the quarterback and the defense.
All right. So the next podcast we do is going to be, we're going to name off the Super Bowls and who was that great fucking quarterback that won.
Okay, who won it last year?
Who won it last year? Kansas City.
Okay, who won it the year before?
I don't know.
Wasn't it the Patriots?
Yeah.
And who won it before the Patriots?
The Eagles.
Mediocre quarterback.
Okay, so we'll do that later. But that's my thing. That's what I got to say. That's where we're going to go on the fucking next one during the week.
All I'm saying, I don't know how that had to pertain to the topic of Wentz getting benched because
this guy likes to go into salary cap.
Yeah, but what I'm saying
because it has everything to do with salary cap. Because it's a salary cap driven league.
But you didn't.
That's what you guys don't understand.
Yeah, but you're not answering the question as to Wentz getting benched. He deserved that benching, and I'll tell you why. Because he didn't even get to the opposing side of the field the whole entire game, and Jalen Hurts comes in, provides a spark, and they end up driving down the field and actually scoring some tugs, and he's actually revitalized that team.
One tug.
But he was actually driving that offense down the field.
Boy, he gave him a spark.
It gave him a spark. But that's what I'm saying is like it's the same players that were there when Wentz was there. So
but
how come Wentz didn't provide the same numbers or the
Anthony
spark?
is saying Carson Wentz is doing bad because they won a Super Bowl and they had to pay all these players.
No, what I'm saying is that he's the most sacked fucking QB in the whole league.
So what does that have to do with? What does that have to do with?
Because that means his line fucking sucks. This guy's taking more hits and he's under duress more than any other fucking quarterback out there. So you guys are fucking blaming a guy that fucking you're saying that he sucks because he's been sacked and he's under duress more than any other quarterback. And now you got Jalen Hurts getting out there and he fucking scrambles a little bit and all of a sudden we think he's the next Dak fucking Prescott. Fuck that, bro. It doesn't work like that way. It doesn't work that way.
I never said that.
I like getting into his skin. I like getting into his skin.
That's what I'm saying is like you had that was like one of the things that I said about Wentz is he holds on to the ball too long. And he does. That's on him. So yes.
And that's why Dak broke his ankle because he held on to the fucking ball too long.
Actually, because he was running. He was actually trying to make a play, unlike Wentz. He won't take what the defense will give him. He's always trying to hold on to the ball way too long, be the freaking hero, whereas Hurts was actually like finding the open man, whether it was a 5 yards, 10 yards, and then he was letting the receivers do what they needed to do and do their job. So if Wentz couldn't do that throughout a whole first half, like I said, I don't even think he threw for 50 yards today. I'm going to look that up real quick.
Well, now you're hyping up Jalen Hurts.
No. What I'm saying is with the same people that Wentz had, Hurts had a spark. And from what I saw from Hurts, and you deny this, in that game, you saw a better pocket awareness from Hurts compared to Wentz in the same game. You saw that.
It goes off of tape. They watch tape on these fucking quarterbacks. They don't have no tape on him with the Eagles.
But what
now they're guessing game on how it's going to happen.
But what have we said before, especially about Baker Mayfield? If you know that they're watching tape on you to try to disguise your weaknesses and also try to beat you in that sense. So as a QB, you work on those and you come out better than that defense that you're going up against. And Wentz hasn't been proven that.
So you just described coaching. So does Carson Wentz have
bad
coaching?
Okay, look,
because they're not.
It's a combination of things, but he is one of those problems.
I guess that's all we're saying, right?
And he is a problem, but you can't blame it all on this guy because he is trying, bro.
Okay, move on to the next game.
That was a good one, though. I like that one.
79 yards. Wentz had 79 yards, bro.
See, it was above 50. It was above 50.
Oh, now we're giving participation awards in the NFL. So now let's go up to what was supposed to be an exciting game. You know, we always talk about the NFC West division. How they battle each other out, but Rams went up against Arizona and they controlled that game. I believe throughout since the beginning to the end. Murray. One thing I do got to say about Murray.
Who did though? Arizona or?
No, L.A. I feel like they had full control. I know the Cardinals were kind of climbing back after the half.
What about that pass during the beginning, though?
No, he but then after that, he was just shut down.
Oh, okay.
I saw that, you know, the Rams up front, I really like how the defensive front for the Rams really plays. They can rush the passer, get to that passer real quick. They can stop the run, and they were able to really hold Murray up in the pocket, making him throw, and especially trying to make him throw down the middle. And you saw 2 passes batted down, and I think Murray's height might kind of hurt him in his career when it comes to throwing the ball down the middle. Like in the middle of that, you just see like he's barely clearing over the lineman's head when he throws down the middle. So it's a matter of getting him outside the pocket, running, and trying to make him throw on the run. I think is going to make him more successful. But that Rams defense is looking legit, and I don't think they're getting the credit that they deserve amongst people in the NFL analyzing them. I haven't heard really anybody talk about them as really a good, like a legit defense in the NFC that can really go the long way, the long distance. So what are y'all thoughts about today's game?
So Justin McVay, Sean McVay called out Jared Goff. He basically said, our quarterback needs to stop turning the ball over. And he responded. I think the Rams, their whole defensive front is, like I said, I like their defense. Is just they own, what is it, 7 straight games now against the Cardinals?
I believe it was 7.
The Rams have won. They own the Cardinals. And I think that, the Rams are going to be a problem. And you talk about as I say that, Drew Lock just threw a game-ending interception against the Chiefs. If you're talking about his height, the Oakland A's shortstop, Kyler Murray. If we're talking about his height, he's always going to have those issues. But yeah. I still like Kyler Murray. I think he's a good quarterback. He did throw a pick 6. But bless you.
Thank you. That was credit to the corner though. He read that. He made a play on it.
But they just handed it. They handed it to the Rams. I mean, to the Cardinals.
Yeah.
They can't get no pass rush.
Yeah. I saw an interesting stat on the Cardinals where when Murray rushes for less than 30 yards, they're 1-8-1. So seems like they
chance
need
for a tie.
Yeah. So. Yeah, I mean, I thought that was interesting. I mean, I'm not like discrediting. I think Murray, he has a lot of upside to him too. I just like Breeze did. He'll figure out a way to kind of work through that and develop that skill of like, okay, I got to throw down the middle, because I think that's something that will add to their offense if they can really get those intermediate passes down the middle. That'll make them scary, especially with Murray's running ability.
Anthony, you got anything on this game?
Yeah, I, the reason I pointed out that first drive was I was really hopeful for because I was like, damn, they look good, like that deep pass, and got all that stuff. But the Rams really looked good at the end of the day, and I could see why Jared Goff would have to play better with his coach hoeing him out and stuff like that. But now that defense is solid, man. It could be a good NFC West on that one.
So right now, with the Cardinals losing the 7th seed in the playoffs now, believe it or not, it's the Vikings. And if the Niners win tomorrow, I think they move into 7th place. The Niners.
Really?
Yeah,
really?
The Arizona Niners.
Yeah, because they're going to be fucking playing from Arizona. Plus, the big thing about it is, he is really short, and I think he'll overcome it. But it's going to be tough for both of those teams. I don't know. It's going to be a good. It's going to be interesting what's the way it unfolds.
Well, at least the bright side, if you live in Arizona, at least you root for two teams now.
Yeah, those faggots.
What do you mean?
The
You
49ers
didn't hear about that?
the 49ers
they're
are playing
out
in
of
Arizona.
they're playing out of Arizona right now.
That's their new home.
Wow, I didn't catch up on that. What the fuck?
Yeah, because Santa Clara banned. They have like a restriction right now. Remember, Santa Clara, not San Francisco. Santa Clara. They have a ban right now, like sports activities or something like that. So they had to go play in Arizona, Glendale, where Anthony got lost one day.
But I think honestly, like I'm tired of calling them the New York Jets and the New York Giants. It's the New Jersey. We're gonna start calling them the New Jersey. The New Jersey teams and the Santa Clara.
East Rutherford.
Yeah. Tired of hearing that shit. These fucking dumbass teams.
Speaking of the Jets.
Speaking East Rutherford. How about them Raiders up against East Rutherford?
I'll let y'all speak on that one.
Okay, so I'm watching this game. I'm watching the game, and that's the one I had my eye on closely for obvious reasons. And it's weird because when I'm watching the game, I have all these thoughts, and I'm mad. And now that I've been given time to decompress, I'm laughing. I'm not even mad anymore because I've been cracking jokes. You know, I've been getting into it with Anthony about Dak Prescott and Carson Wentz. And, like, let's take it to the end of the play. They should have lost to the Jets. The Raiders should have lost to the Jets. And what happens? They went on a Hail Mary because the Jets – I don't know if it was on purpose or not, but they blitzed everybody and had their corners on an island, one-on-one. And Henry Ruggs, who is probably the second fastest receiver or player in the league, just toasted them, burnt them, you know, and got the touchdown with like 5 seconds left. And Raiders won on some luck. And they played horrible. The Raiders played horrible. The play calling towards the end was garbage. John Gruden did not have a good game. Yes. John Gruden did not have a good game. So, yeah. Anthony, what you got?
I gotta say, bro, when I saw that last play and I was like, we got a penalty on this shit, it was just awful. I turned it off. And the next night, I turned it back on again. Once I walked away, I calmed down, I turned it back on. And then I saw the freaking extra pass, and I was like, we got lucky on this one. But we got lucky on this one. It was, I don't know. I hate the Raiders. I hate them, but I love them. I love the Raiders because I'm a fan, but I hate them because I always know that we could fuck up ourselves. Like we never really lose to a team. We fuck it up on our own, and that's my biggest thing.
Derek Carr has some awful throws towards the end. The play calling was whack towards the end. They took the Jets lightly, and now they basically got 4 games left.
Yep.
So,
it bothers me.
What do you guys think about, Carr's few games? I know early on we were talking about how he's actually been playing exceptionally well early into the season, but now it's showing some struggles. I haven't been able to watch the Raiders as much as you guys, so leaning on your guys' expertise.
He's not the issue. He's not the issue.
And I think that's my question. Is it more so him? It's okay.
No, it's the defense allowing points. It's the defense.
Yeah, it is the defense.
That's something. What's the biggest need on the Raiders right now?
Pass rush.
Pass rush.
Okay.
Pass rush.
Pass rush.
Fucking pass rush. Because our secondaries actually look pretty good. We need a pass rush to force them to throw,
Yeah, the safeties
and
look
then
like
that
hot
shouldn't make.
garbage too. But
But they're decent though. They're not like garbage the way we were like 2 years ago.
they're garbage.
No optimism at all. Fuck him.
Well, in ties to that, rapid, we're gonna move on to the Giants and the Seahawks, with the Giants pulling up the upset. We got to give credit when
Hey,
credit is due.
can I ask a question real quick?
Yeah.
Who the fuck was playing quarterback for the Giants?
That was Colt McCoy.
Yeah, that's.
Ex-Longhorn, baby.
Oh my God! What was that, bro? I thought I was like 90 years old. I was going. That guy should have been out of the league a long time ago.
You remember we had him on the who he played for?
Yeah.
What's crazy to me is, that defense really showed up against the Seahawks today. They really kept Wilson like under wraps for most of the game. I'm surprised and I'm shocked that the Giants really actually. That's why I didn't really pay too much attention. I'm like, they already, the Seahawks went up 3-0 early on. I was like, it's just gonna be a blowout. And then Smurf actually texted me, and all he said was Giants. And I looked, I was like, are you kidding me? It's like 17-5 right now. That is ridiculous. So I mean, shout out to the Giants, I guess, for being the Seahawks. And I don't know, Russell Wilson really seemed to lost his MVP nomination.
Oh, he been lost it, and Patrick Mahomes is way ahead of the pack right now.
Yeah.
But anyways, the
What did
And
I say? What
the
did I
Giants play
say?
hard.
Patrick
The Giants,
Mahomes got it.
yeah, you talking about the guy that they it's a salary cap league and they paid like what is it, like 40 mil?
half
40 mil too.
half a bill.
Anyways, the Giants
Hey,
played
but
he's quiet.
they figured out. Go for it. Go for it. I'll hit you guys later.
No, the Giants played a good game. They played tough. They probably, them and the Redskins probably got the best defense in that division, and it's probably going to be one or the other between those two. Who would have thought the Giants and the Redskins being the front
Winning the
runners for
NFC
that
East.
division?
And it's crazy because now you have every NFC East team playing with the backup quarterback.
Yeah.
Every one of them.
Who do you hate the most out of those two?
Out of Redskins and Giants,
Yeah.
I hate more of the Redskins than I do the Giants. The Giants is like the
Really?
least, yeah. Only because I have a cousin that's a Redskins fan, and every time I see him, we go at it. Ever since I was a kid, bro, we'd always go at it about Redskins and Cowboys, and I just developed a lot of animosity towards them. But the one team I hate in the division is the Eagles. That's the number one team I hate.
So it goes Eagles, Redskins, and
Redskins,
Giants?
Giants.
I would have figured.
I don't know what it is. I would figure too, but it has a lot to do with my cousin.
Do you
It
hate
has
the
a lot to
Giants?
do with him. I hate everybody in the division. You know what I mean? But every time I've seen them like play up against the Giants, like really keeping track of like the Cowboys, they've always just beat the Giants. So it was like that one team that I always knew they were gonna beat.
But the
Whereas
Giants they've won Super Bowls.
no, I know where I was actually like keeping track with them and stuff like that, as far as like getting real in depth with the Cowboys, that those years that they won those Super Bowls, it sucked, but I still had way more like animosity towards the Eagles and the Redskins than I did the Giants. I have no idea why.
I always call the Giants as the undefeated franchise. And what I mean by this is obviously the team of our lifetime is the Patriots,
Right.
right? because they they beat everybody. They beat everybody. The one team they never beat when it mattered is the Giants.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's so true.
That's the one team. Like if you're a Patriots fan, you could roast on 28 teams, but you cannot or 28 teams on 30 teams, but you can't roast on obviously yourself and you can't roast the Giants. You can't.
Yeah. That's why Eli is better than Tom Brady.
No.
Nah, I'm just like-
I was like, what? Nah. But he's better than his brother.
What?
What? No,
That's why
that's
Eli's
blasphemy.
better than his brother.
No.
How is he better than his brother?
His mother might have had the stats, and his brother might have had everything, but he won the 2 Super Bowls with this same team, same thing, and he struggled and he put the time behind himself and he won. And
But
Peyton had to go to another team to do that.
he didn't have to. They cut him.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I said. They cut him. Did they cut Eli in his prime? No. They said, hey, Eli got shitty, we're going to cut him.
No, but they let go of Eli way too late.
They
Yeah,
kept it
that's-
around too long.
Way too long.
That's another story. But he still won 2 fucking Super Bowls with the same team because he was that fucking good. And beat the fucking best fucking teams out there. So
Okay, so what else? What else we got on tap for today?
Well, we got to talk about the Chargers.
now
With
are we
that
really
goose
talking about
egg.
this game?
Bro, 45
Yeah, I
to
don't
0.
really. Instead of the
It's-
Chargers,
It's just rapid. It's just quick rapid. I thought we were going to talk about is Lynn losing his job?
that's what I was gonna say. That's what I was
Yeah.
gonna say. Go ahead.
It's just quick
Lynn
rapid.
who?
So,
Lynn who? Who we talking about, Lynn?
head coach.
The Chargers?
Yeah, they're talking about he might be on his way out.
Well,
Having lost by
are
40.
they really talking about that? I
Yeah.
was talking about that.
No, when you said it, I searched it up, and people are really calling for him to. Just because it wasn't even this game. A lot of people are talking about well, in this game, how he kept Herbert in there. They didn't really like that after a blowout. They're like, why even keep him in there? But also about his coaching ability in the past 3 games. Just-
Yeah, he's not a. Okay, here's the thing. So we'll talk about coaches on the hot seat. So I think he's the one on the hot seat. But it amazes me how these coaches are not. There should be a position for a coach, and maybe there already is, like a game manager, like literally a game manager to help you with timeouts, what to do in this instance, but they should already be doing that. And he's not a great game manager.
No.
Like last week, he ran the ball to end the game, or towards the end of the game. It just amazes me how some of these coaches get these jobs and they go into these interviews, and I'm assuming, do they ask them, hey, say you're in this position, what are you doing? I'm running the ball. No, we're not hiring you. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying you always got to throw the ball, but it's just certain stuff where it's like, why are you running the ball? Why are you
Situational
throwing
football
the ball here? Yeah, it blows my mind. And the Raiders did that today. They ran the ball twice, wasted 2 downs. It got to 3rd down, and they failed. And then it had to go to 4th down, and they failed. It blows my mind. But Anthony Lynn, he's got to be on the hot seat. The coach for the Bears has to be on the hot seat. Matt Nagy. And my other one is Doug Peterson for the Eagles. And what?
No, keep going.
He don't agree with you on that one.
And probably the dude for the Jaguars, I forget his name.
Doug Moreau? Is it still
Doug
Doug?
Marrone. Doug Marrone, yeah, Doug Marrone.
So with the Jags, they're just the Jags. Like they've brought in a lot of coaches in the past like 10 years and still kind of get the same result. Doug Peterson, I feel like if he starts Hurts and Hurts provides a spark for the rest of the season, I think that'll probably save Peterson and give him one more year. But he should have been out probably mid this season. Nagy, I don't understand how he did it last year, but it just seems like this year he's not game planning around his QBs, whoever it is, which is something that he did well last year, is game planning for them to put them in a position to succeed. And Lynn, same thing, just didn't – like it's just situational football for him.
Well, I brought this up last week, or I can't remember when I brought it up, but I said Anthony Lynn needs to go, and you're like, what? Anthony Lynn? But he's doing good with
No, he did do good with Herbert. I thought they were – so looking back on it, they were losing just close games. They were in it. So I didn't think that's like – because they had the lead in some games and then just lost it in the end, because they didn't have the ball in the end. The opposition had the ball and they had to score or whatever, and they did what they had to do. But now, you put up a goose egg. You have one of the star rookies of the NFL this year, and it just doesn't seem like they're taking a step above each week. It's almost like they were just taking a step back, and it just started declining. You see the stardom in Justin Herbert rising, but then you see the team's success just decline. They just don't know how to win games, and that has to do with coaching too.
Anthony, what you got to say?
I don't know how you could fire a fucking coach when he has a rookie quarterback. That's for one. And then I don't know how the Chicago's coach should get fired because Mitch Trubisky just fucking sucks. But other than that, I don't know what the fuck you guys are talking about, dude. Because how the fuck do you fire a coach off of fucking a rookie starting? So all of a sudden he's dealt a card that he can't deal with, and now that he loses his job? No. He's actually made good out of that. Like, you're not going to turn fucking gold into fucking platinum just by fucking starting this guy.
It's the Mark Jackson effect. It's the Mark Jackson effect. Do you think that if he had a better coach, he could do better, Justin Herbert?
No, because he's fucking just starting. He's a rookie. He's just a fucking rookie, and he's making rookie mistakes. Come on. We're going to chalk that all his rookie mistakes, and he throws his interceptions.
We're not talking about his back foot. I'm not talking
but I'm
about
saying,
Justin Herbert.
But he's lost games off of just being a rookie. Now we're going to blame the whole coach on that shit? No, you can't do that.
No, we're not. No, it's his in-game decisions.
I don't care about that.
What does Justin
Herbert do what's best for this fucking dumbass kid that's paid for?
What does Justin Herbert have to do with him electing to run the ball when you're not supposed to be running the ball and time is going to run out?
Because he's a fucking rookie quarterback. He should fucking be running the ball a lot more because he's a fucking rookie. He doesn't have a fucking arm. He doesn't know the progressions. He's just trying to keep the game simple for him so he can fucking win some games. That's it. You're making it seem like he's fucking Tony Romo or Troy Aikman. Fucking Troy Aikman should be throwing the ball, man. He should be.
What about mismanaging your timeouts?
It's not.
What about mismanaging your timeouts?
Mismanaging your timeouts is one thing, but
that's what I'm talking
to do
about.
What's best
coach
for the
should
team
be knowing what to do. Managing the game.
Well, in Ant's terms, he's looking to trade Herbert and bring someone else in, and it'll make Lynn look better. That's the way he's
what I'm saying is trying to build. He's trying. Now this guy's putting words into my fucking mouth. What I'm trying to say is, dude, if I got a $2 dick as a fucking cock, And this guy's, I'm just like trying to get him through to fuck this girl. Dude, you're going to do everything that you can. But you can't. You just got to do what you can do. Mismanaging the game, you guys are going too deep. He has a rookie fucking quarterback that's never started at all. And all of a sudden he starts doing good and we have to respect him? No! They have to manage the game around him. You guys got to remember that.
I bet you he gets fired at the end of the year, Anthony.
Okay, I won't bet, but I don't care.
He likes him because he has
Peterson
his
doesn't need
first
to be
name.
fired. He has a Super Bowl ring.
Is he what?
Jerry Jones
He
hasn't
likes
got
him
one
because
since
he has his first
93.
name.
And Jerry Jones hasn't got one since 93, so why would he get fired? And then I don't think anybody else needs to be fired. I think we just need to go into another off season without COVID, and we'll be good.
So you think every coach should keep their job until next year?
Right now,
Yes.
I don't. Oh, the Bears coach should be fired because Mitch Trubisky
Even
is
the New
trash.
York Jets or the East Rutherford
Oh, he
Jets?
should be fired too. He should be fired too. But like I'm just saying, like those terrible teams, yes. Scrap your team and do what you need to do.
So how can you want Lynn to keep his job, but then Matt Nagy to get fired when Matt Nagy has a less productive quarterback than Lynn does, and is
Because he's not a fucking rookie. He's been on the field for 2 fucking years. That's what I'm saying. Like you got a rookie out there doing this.
I think on
forgetting
Matt
about that?
Nagy's part, the GM needs to get something. The GM needs to get fired there.
and keep Nagy.
Maybe keep Nagy. I don't know. They're probably going to get rid of Nagy too, but it's just you went into this year relying on Nick Foles,
Right?
Yeah. So, anyways, Anthony Lynn makes some dumbass decisions. That's all I got to say.
He's like, all right.
There was another game. Let me see. There was another game. Who was it? It was
Dolphins and Bengals.
Dolphins and Bengals. They threw hands in that game. I mean, Dolphins won. They did what they were supposed to do. Let's talk about these upcoming games. We talked about all the games, right?
Well, and then
Falcons,
you have the
Falcons
Saints
and
clinching.
Saints. Finally, Taysom Hill decided to throw the ball.
I know. He looks terrible, bro. Taysom Hill looks terrible.
I think on that part, real quick, I think they're gonna move forward with Taysom Hill. To be honest,
Well, how long does Drew Brees have till he's ready?
I mean,
If they move forward with Taysom Hill, they're not making any noise.
Yeah. And honestly, you're going with the one read guy. That guy sees one read and he throws the ball.
Or he
doesn't
runs.
look down the field. Yeah.
you think Breeze comes back next year?
No, he doesn't come back next year. He's done.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. So you don't think they go with the Taysom Hill, or you think they're gonna try and draft or sign a quarterback?
Well, this is one of the things I wanted to talk about. The Saints' mistake. They're 3-0 with Taysom Hill, but their mistake was giving that money to Taysom Hill instead of Teddy Bridgewater.
Yeah.
They should have kept Teddy
looks
Bridgewater.
good. Yeah.
But I'm still on the famous Jameis bandwagon. I'm not falling off of that.
But Jameis has a 1-year deal, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
So that's kind of the question. If Breeze doesn't come back next year, does Jameis even want to? If they move forward with the Taysom Hill, is Jameis going to be willing to take that backup role, or if
Okay,
someone's looking for a quarterback.
well, that's a different thing. No, Jameis is probably not going to stay there. I could be wrong, but I kind of see a scenario where Drew Brees doesn't come back. Taysom Hill is the quarterback. He stinks it up, and Jameis comes in to save the day.
Yeah, but if he doesn't sign again, then
No, this year.
Oh, this year. Okay. I think they should have let Jameis start over Taysom a couple weeks back. You know, I think they would have had way more success with Jameis and go a little bit farther than
I think
with
they have a
Taysom
higher
Hill.
ceiling with Jameis.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Whereas Taysom Hill, he's kind of one of those guys, once you figure him out, he's pretty much shut down.
Because remember, Taysom has only played the Falcons twice. And who they play last week? The Broncos.
Broncos.
So they'll be playing the Chiefs soon.
Yep.
Ooh, that should be a good one.
They play them, what, in 2 weeks? Right?
Yeah, I think in 2 weeks, yeah. But we'll be rooting for the Saints. Let's talk about these upcoming games. We got the Washington football team and the Steelers. Are the Steelers finally going to lose?
The Redskins? No. Steelers got it.
What about the Bills and the Niners tomorrow?
Niners.
And we're not going to talk about the other game because the other game is just
Cowboys and Ravens.
Yeah, that's a fact that the Ravens are going to win.
Jesus Christ, I can't believe that's even fucking nationally televised.
I think the Cowboys maybe even pull off that upset.
Oh my God. Well, a Cowboy fan would do the same fucking thing and say that, dude.
That's what I'm thinking. I don't think he's playing.
Well, then I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. Like, Des Bryant's going to be playing. So we'll see.
He's going to be playing up against his old team?
Yep.
Hey, back on the Giants, shout out to the Clapper Jason Garrett, calling a hell of a game for the Giants. He's living in heaven right now and saying, God, I'm glad I'm not in Dallas anymore.
It just seems like Dallas will never really grab a break until Dak Prescott comes back and wins Comeback Player of the Year and MVP next season.
Hector,
dude, Jerry Jones needs to die.
How much you want to bet Anthony? How much you want to bet Hector next year is going to be saying, all right, Dak is back. And he's going to play like shit. And then now he's going to be saying, man, Dak Prescott has no help. Man, I just can't wait for 2026 when they finally give him an offensive
same old thing, bro.
Receiver.
There's the same old thing. I heard this shit with Tony Romo, bro. I've heard this same old story with Tony Romo. Tony Romo.
I can't wait till we get a new head coach that has a visible neck.
Yeah, I can't wait. They treat Tony better, and Tony needs to be a better player because he needs a better coach. Oh, we got Jason Garrett. He used to be a Cowboy.
See, he didn't know me with Romo. I wasn't a big Romo fan. So,
no Cowboys fans were. You know why? Because you guys are a bunch of idiots. You guys are he was actually a really good quarterback, but nobody fucking wanted to stand up for him.
He was a good quarterback. He was a good passer, but he never won.
I still remember that game when they went up against the Broncos. And it was like a big old shootout when they had Peyton Manning.
Yep.
And Romo did everything up until the end.
Throws a pick at the end.
Know what I remember? I remember the Saints game when you guys went into overtime and Drew Brees threw that little draw play off to the right and boom, touchdown.
We'll see going into next year. I can't wait to. I miss Dak, bro. I miss him. He needs to come back. Just like he said this past week, he knows his team needs him too. You know what I mean?
Nah, nobody needs him. I think he's at best a backup quarterback.
Coming from the guy that still thinks Wentz is a Super Bowl champion.
Yeah, well, he has a ring though, right? He has a ring.
Ooh, that argument is so dumb. So dumb. It's so dumb.
All right, so
I'm
that's
just
it.
fucking
That's
with
it
you,
with
Victor. I'm just
NFL
fucking.
talk. That's it with NFL talk. What else y'all want to tap into?
I know
Do
you.
you want to hit about some NBA shit or what?
Oh, what you guys think about that brick exchange?
Ball with
They're calling it the the trade. You know, they're calling it the biggest brick exchange probably possible in history of the NBA with John Wall and Russell Westbrook. I think it was just a swap, right?
who was get him out of there.
Yeah, I think the same. I think it was just. I mean, you're kind of just swapping player A for player B. I don't really. Westbrook has been on record about talking about he has no friends on the court or whatnot. He wants to have the rock and all this shit. So he's a selfish dude. Like
His
how
only
he's
friend
gonna
is the
play.
basketball. He said.
Yeah, yeah. Like so
Yeah, we know that.
that's what I'm saying. So it's like no matter where he goes, it's just gonna be the same old Westbrook. And we'll see how he works with Bradley Beal, but it just seems like he needs to go to a team where he's the star and they need to build around him and
He's
that's how he
32,
did it.
bro.
And I know. That's what I'm saying. He doesn't work well with others, bro. Like straight up.
He's
So
like that guy at work.
He's gonna
yeah.
be 36, and then he's gonna be still thinking like, "Damn, they need to build around me."
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
I'm saying. Like he's one of those guys that would rather go to like a shitty team where he's the star and he's like revered by the fans than to be like on a good team with good teammates and win titles. I don't, you know what I mean? Like he wants to be the reason they win a title, not be part of the reason they won a
He
title.
wants the ball in his hands because he can't play off the ball. You know,
Mhm.
playing off the ball is a skill, and not a lot of people can do it, and not a lot of people realize that.
Right.
And it takes someone. It takes skill to play without the ball. Like I've seen Westbrook play live, and when he doesn't have the ball in his hand, he just stands there.
Mhm.
Um,
Because he doesn't know how to cut to the fucking basket. He
and
just
you know,
stands
if
there
he
looking
could
for a
play off the
shot.
ball, if he could actually play off the ball, he would
He'd
actually
be
be
fucking
pretty good.
amazing. Yeah.
Yeah, he'd be pretty good. But he doesn't know how to play off the ball. I do miss those Westbrook teams though, and now we're gonna have it in the East. You know, it's me against the world. It's the triple double. I'm gonna take
Oh
my
my
team into the
god.
playoffs as an 8 seed and get eliminated in the first round. I I
This would
I
be like watching Dominique Wilkins in the fucking 80s with Russell Westbrook.
Yeah, I'm gonna miss that Westbrook, and well, I'm not gonna miss it. I'm glad to see it one more time. And then as far as John Wall, he hasn't played in like a couple of years. He's just I don't know what you're gonna get out of him, but
Yeah,
maybe
he's
throw
like
up like
someone you
blood
gotta
gang
look.
signs.
Yeah,
So I'm
he's
gonna say something. So I'm gonna say something about John Wall. So give me like 3 seconds. Yeah, that's what I was about to say about John Wall because he hasn't played in so long.
yeah. You don't know what you're gonna get with John
Yeah,
Wall.
it was
You
like
know.
that moment of silence for the small chronic break, as Snoop Dogg puts it.
Yeah, so
But
I mean that team is still James Harden's team, and at the end of the day, none of these teams are gonna make any noise.
Yeah, none of them are gonna beat the Lakers. I don't think. And then in the East, who do you have coming out of the East? Early
I
prediction.
like the I like the I like the Bucks. I like the Bucks. I like the 76ers. And
What
who's
about the
the other?
Nets?
Oh, the Nets. I like the Nets. I like the Raptors. That's about it.
it's always the teams that we've always talked
And the
about. There's
Celtics.
nobody
And the
really
Celtics.
big.
And the Celtics.
Well, we got NBA coming up in the next 2-3 weeks. Starting out, And I think that'd be a good time to have a Christmas movie draft special, drafting an NBA team with Christmas movies.
There's not that many
That's a
Christmas
good one.
movies though.
but you just get 5. You're starting
Oh,
5.
5.
Yeah,
Starting
just a
5.
starting 5. Not a whole team like that. I'm not talking like equipment manager, but just a starting 5. Maybe the 6th man. Maybe the 6th man coming out. You got enough for those.
Yeah, that'd be good.
I really want to see LaMelo Ball play. I don't know. It's just something about. I don't know if it's just all the hype, but I really want to see what LaMelo is going to do this year. How he's going to play, like how he carries himself. It's not much like his skill or does he score, does he play defense. It's like how does he react to adversity? Because
he's immature.
Yeah, like he's just had so much success throughout like his young career playing ball and always been that guy. So how is it going to be like when adversity hits, when they're not that good, or when you miss, even throughout the year, if you miss the playoffs, how is he going to react? Like, how's his dad going to react? You know, do they demand a trade? You know what I mean? Like shit like that. So that's kind of what I'm looking forward to this
Well,
season.
you know, Anthony's going to have something negative to say. Go ahead.
Huh? about LaMelo?
Yeah.
No, I really don't have nothing negative to say about him. Actually, I like Hector said, I'm waiting to see where the fucking drama's gonna go down at.
Yeah. Okay. Well, do you guys want to talk about that Logan Paul and Mayweather?
Logan Paul and who?
Who? Mayweather.
Who?
And Mayweather.
Yeah. Want to talk about that boxer that used to fight good fighters? I'm sorry, fought fighters in their prime?
Yeah. And they're non-prime?
I mean,
no, I'm not watching that. I will never watch that. I don't know who Logan Paul is. I know who Mayweather is. They can go fuck themselves if I want to pay a fucking pay-per-view for that.
Oh, so you're not going to stream it either? Crack streams?
No.
You're not gonna get an OT adapter for that?
No, I got an OT adapter already. It took me fucking 40 minutes today.
I don't know, just about that, like on the boxing end of it. You know, I was saying this like last week, was just how you have a lot of like boxers that train since they were kids. It's like football players playing Pop Warner. And you have, you know, these YouTube guys that just pick up boxing, start taking, you know, a few training regimens or programs, and then they start calling out other people. At first it started with like other YouTube stars and they put on a show or whatever, but now you're having like legitimate like boxers, you know, who actually have records and who have belts coming out to fight these YouTube stars. But then you have dudes that are training and waiting for that opportunity to cash in, basically, and now they're getting passed up on because this guy has 2 million views on YouTube, you know. So it to me, it's like you're creating a mockery of the sport in a sense.
Exactly.
And
exactly.
Yeah, and it's just totally unfair to those that are really training and you know, keeping their body right, taking it seriously, waking up at 4 a.m, going for a 5-mile run and going in and training, to a guy that's, you know, just famous off of YouTube, who's just an influencer, and now he's getting to fight Mayweather and is going to get paid for that. And you know, there's fighters out there that are still waiting for that opportunity, who have families, who have kids, who have rent, that are doing, you know, 2-a-days and working full-time jobs and doing all that. And they're probably just like, they're like looking at it like, damn, should I just quit now then and find something else to do? You know what I mean? Like now the sport isn't even like, you're making a mockery of it. And now you have the other one, not Logan Paul, but Jake Paul, calling out Conor McGregor, saying that he can beat him and all this stuff. It's like, come on, dude. Like, let those fighters fight fighters, not just
exactly
how many followers you have off Instagram. Let them fight real fighters. That's just how I feel about
my
it.
thing to that is just don't feed into it. Don't feed into, the pay-per-view,
Yeah.
Let them know that this ain't the fight you wanted to watch, bro.
Yeah, because Mayweather coming out of retirement to fight a Logan Paul. Like, why don't you
That
fight
is
Canelo
stupid.
the second time? Why don't you fight like some of the best of the best that are actually putting up records and holding titles and holding belts? Make it count. Don't it's all publicity stunt. We all know that. This is the era that we live in, bro. This is
Plus,
the era
like,
we live in.
Mayweather should know, like, it takes me back when I was a kid, bro. Like, I knew 2 Golden Gloves boxers growing up. And one of their names was Anthony, and one of their names was Ron. I won't say their last names, but they're brothers, bro, and they were fucking bad. They were fucking bad boxers, like. And these guys wanted to be the best boxers they could growing up, bro. And now some fucking YouTube star comes out and fucking gets a chance. But when these guys were training when we're in the fucking 5th grade, it's fucked up, bro. Like, Mayweather should know that, like, I've been doing this for a lifetime. This guy just put on some gloves and tries to act like a boxer. Now he wants to box me? Get the fuck out of here, bro. You have no business getting in the ring with me.
It's all a money grab. It's all a money grab.
Yeah, that's all it is.
It's up to us not to feed into it.
Yeah, and I'm not going to buy it. I will never buy that shit.
Nah, same here. Well, and then that's the thing is, like, out of all the boxers,
I have a feeling a lot of people are going to buy into this because they're going to be like, what?
They're gonna be
and
like, yeah, do it for Nate Robinson.
Yeah.
But see, here's the thing, like, you can even see, because I don't know, but would that count towards Mayweather's record, like professional record?
I don't know.
No, because it'd be considered an exhibition. That's what he's going to count it at.
Okay, so like now Mayweather, for a more of a money grab, can like legit throw the fight because he knows, like, professionally it doesn't hurt me, but financially it helps me. You know what I mean? So you could see him like really throw a fight, and like if it really gets the views or the viewership or the money that comes in, you just be like, well, let's do another one, because we all know Mayweather was in it for the business of the sport. That's why he was like managing himself, calling his own fights, doing his own thing. And he made a lot of money doing it. He did, financially speaking, he did it the right way. But now that it doesn't count towards his professional record and it doesn't really put a stain on his professionalism, then he's going to be like, well, shit, if the numbers are good, I'll just throw this fight and we'll do it another one. And maybe I'll do another one. And maybe I'll do another one. Like, 'cause they're not going to be 12-round fights. I don't even think the Nate Robinson one was a 12-rounder.
No, it was an awful fight.
I just got a text. I just got a text from the homie Drew, and I just want to congratulate him because he finally is moving up from wired headphones, and he finally got AirPod Pros. So now it's on Hector to finally get rid of those bootleg ads. Just get rid of the bootleg.
I know. I'm leaving on some Bluetooth right now.
I need a. Hopefully, with that's a Christmas present. That's my second pair that I've lost, bro.
But Heckalek probably gonna get some AirPods. Ain't even compatible with his Windows. With his Windows PC. Look at his face.
What does it have? Vista? What does it have? Vista?
It don't matter. It don't matter. He ain't got a Mac.
Oh, I'm sorry. The only Mexican that rocks a Mac. The only Mexican that rocks a Mac.
Damn, bro, that's very demeaning. Very demeaning.
It's not demeaning, bro. It's meaning that this fucking guy's.
I got a window.
That's like the
too.
Birkin bag comment right there. That's the Birkin bag comment. Like, because I don't have a Birkin. Damn.
Fucking Marcos making people feel like shit because they don't have a Mac. Fuck them.
I'm just playing around. Don't get.
I know. I'm just
right
fucking with
we
you.
know
I'm
you ain't got a Mac because your video ain't even coming out.
I don't even care. You act like computer. Who needs a computer now, bro? I can do it all on my phone. Go fuck yourselves. Go fuck yourselves. No one had a computer. 99, motherfucker. I had a fucking computer.
You had a computer when you were 99? Damn.
No, it was back in 99. I was probably about 45 years old.
Shit, I still remember. I still remember dial-up, bro. Remember that shit? Dial-up was like it took 15 minutes to connect.
This motherfucker's aging himself, bro. He's making me feel like I'm fucking old and I'm like 65 already.
Did you miss what he said? Did you hear what he said?
What? What? I must have missed it.
He had a computer back in 99 when he was 45 years old. Oh my God. God damn.
And then he didn't catch the other one because I said, now this guy's making me feel old. I'm like 65 already.
With the dial-up.
Oh my God.
That's like, I still remember when we didn't have dial-up.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, damn.
Fucking
Gotta
old,
get him
bro.
that Velop. Gotta get him that Velop mesh router.
I don't need a Velop, bro. I need a fucking dial-up, fucking analog, fucking. Woo!
Imagine trying to do a Vine or an Instagram story on dial-up. Like, you just record
Oh my God, bro. Imagine that on 3G, bro. That's terrible. That is terrible, bro.
I still remember when I got text messages through email, but they were called text messages where I had to like log in, connect to internet just to view the message. That was way back in the day. They don't know the struggle. They didn't know the struggle back in the day.
No.
That's funny.
Jesus Christ. I remember when I was looking at text messages. Why did she just call you? Why is she texting you? Like,
yeah.
Just hit you.
All right, well, does that wrap it up?
That wraps it up, baby. I think we got everything today.
Yeah.
All right, well, that about wraps it up. This is the TSR show.
Any last words, anybody?
Be on the lookout for our draft shows coming up, movie draft shows.
Yeah, we got a little special one coming out.
Yeah, and we're going to continue to do those. That was super fun.
And we're here to stay.
And we're here to stay, baby. We'll be back at it like a crack at it soon.